How do I see the world is a really philosophical question that we should all ask ourselves. But it's also physical. If you can't see clearly, it makes your world less available to you. It creates a ripple effect for the rest of your life. Your ability to see is the basis for a person's future. Of the 8 billion people on this planet, nearly 2.5 billion have a visual impairment. And of those, 1.1 billion people could be helped, but they have no access to vision care. The Hope Alliance is a humanitarian organization who does vision care worldwide. We were founded in 1999 by Dr. John Hanrahan and Joe Mitchell. They decided to turn their focus toward vision care because the need is so great.
You bring not just direct, impactful help, but you bring a sense of hope. And wow, things are getting better and they can get even better, and people care about us.
What does it look like not to have access to vision care? It may mean that you live in a remote village in Uganda where there's only one eye doctor for every 1 million people. Closer to home in the United States, it may be that you are a child of a family who has no resources. They may not have insurance. They may not have money. They may not have the capacity or a car to get you to the doctor. Here in Utah and all over the United States, there are both children and adults who've never had a vision exam. The biggest reason that people can't see well is because they just need a pair of glasses. 2 little pieces of plastic that are ground just right and in a pair of frames. It's really a very simple solution. The mission of Hope Alliance is to provide sustainable, long-term vision care for people who don't have access, because we want to provide hope for all. Hope Alliance has served hundreds of thousands of people in dozens of countries. It's important to offer and work with a local community and explore with them, how do we leave a lasting impact? How do we create something sustainable? And what would work in your community? For example, in Uganda, we've got a partnered vision with the hospital and a number of organizations to create a vision clinic where there would be no reliance on outside resources. Instead, they would provide for themselves. It takes a lot of resources and it takes a lot of community members to make that happen. In the United States, here we do full vision exams. Just like you would go to the doctor, it's the same thing. So for each $150 that Hope Alliance receives, we're able to turn that into the gift of sight for people who otherwise wouldn't have had access. Sorry. It's really a big deal for me. Internationally, we have a different service model. What we do is we bring groups of volunteers to remote locations, and we provide vision clinics to small villages. With your $3,000 donation, we're able to provide 1,500 people with clear vision and a completely new look on life. In my experience, I've witnessed people who can't see, and they have a physical diminishment to their posture and their whole being. And it really just takes 20 seconds with a pair of glasses being put on their face, where their body opens up. Their chin comes up and they suddenly have a different perspective. Their eyes get bigger. Everything about them transforms. One individual that I was able to witness firsthand is Felipe. Felipe, I would say probably in his 50s. He hadn't been seeing his whole life. He couldn't perform well in school, and the teachers would call him stupid. They would set him aside and say, "You will never learn." Felipe left school when he was 12, and he began working. He couldn't see clearly, but he didn't know what to do about it. When he first put on his glasses, it was a really emotional experience, not only for all of us there, but for Felipe himself. He couldn't really speak. He was really emotional. He was very tearful. And it transitioned into a beautiful scene of laughter. We took him outside, and it was the first time in his life that he had ever seen a mountain. Over the years, we've watched his whole persona change. It's changed his life. And it's part of the reason that we keep doing what we're doing, just because we know that there's not just one Felipe. There's many, many Felipes that we can work with and transform lives. Together, there's a lot that we can do. And there's a lot of ways that you can help us. You can help us by experiencing this firsthand, by going with us on a vision expedition. You can help us by sponsoring the purchase of specific equipment that we will need. We can affect individuals' lives. We can affect entire communities' lives. Together, we can solve this problem. It's a simple problem to fix.
Thank you for the classes. They have helped me to do so many things that I can't see.
You never know what it means to give such hope to a child.
It's transformative from an educational perspective. It's transformative from an occupational perspective. It's transformative from an interpersonal perspective. It's important that we work together to create solutions for things as basic as the ability to see, because we all need a hope for a better future. Together, we could change how somebody sees the world.